Alright, we should be live. I have no idea whether notifications went out. Usually we have a few more people in here before this long, but whatever. I have had a very long day already, a rough morning, and it started last night. But we're going to get started here in a minute. Stuff don't seem to want to work. Let's go to the editor. Can't sign into the chat on Streamlabs OBS. Haven't been able to for a while, and I'm not sure why. I'll have to look at that a little bit later. And I just got home not too long ago. Very, very rough day so far. Oh, man. Ah, the Kingpin. What is up? Welcome, welcome. You're the first one in. Did you get a notification? Or did you just happen to stop by? We'll get going in a minute. Let's switch over to the live scene here, so you guys can see what I'm doing. For a minute there, I thought it had locked up. Let's see. Yeah, okay. It looks like we're still going. I'll be right back. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Happened to look at your subscriptions and I popped on. Yeah, I figured notifications may not have gone out. All right, let's see what we got in this email here. Greetings, Summoner. Due to an issue regarding our Save the Battle Realm event, a more intense challenge than intended was presented to our summoners. We have adjusted the Master and Epic difficulties in order to give you a more reasonable fight. We will address compensation for those who were affected by these adjustments before the end of the event. We remind you that obtaining Infinity Stones by fully exploring chapters of the Quest for the Stones event will grant significant power-ups to select champions and enable you to defend the contest against the wrath of Thanos in the Save the Battle Realm event. Delete. Don't care. Unless they do something, and I'll have to check to see what these adjustments look like. If they are adjusted decently, I might actually do it. Otherwise, I'm passing on it. All right, let's see what events we got. Arena Combat, of course, in 20 minutes. I'll catch some of it. And we got Mystic Arena. All right, already got the hero use. Okay. Let us get started. Show you guys where I'm at in the arena. We're almost done. We got 1 day left. And as you can see, the 2-star arena here, I got 30,000. This is all I wanted to get the ranked rewards. You just need 30,000. Here we go. The 4-star basic. Just went for the milestones. Need those units. 1.5 million is enough. Here's the 4-star featured. Not going for the dupe. More than likely. I want to take a little break because for the next arena, I'm going to go for Proxima Midnight. So I want to get a little break there. So we're going to be in this arena. I'll finish up the milestones for the 4-star featured there. 5-star featured, 13.6, more than enough. I decided just to stop. And we got the T4 basic. So the 3-star arena, haven't touched it. And we'll jump on that more than likely after we finish the 4-star featured arena. So let's jump right on in there. Amino 89, what is up? What is up? Oh boy, and we got all this help. 14 minutes, and these guys will be off cooldown. And I know my earlier ones are off cooldown already. Yeah, it's only these few stragglers here. All right, let's jump right in. And I'm going to use these guys because it'll go faster, and there's no other arena that I am going to be doing that I need my 5 stars in. So let's see. Yeah, that looks good. Lord Shadow, my quest for the stones, chapter 2 is still locked. This void was acting a little froggy. Is it just me? Can you check yours real quick? Sorry for bothering. Yeah, I can look at it. Let me finish off this round and I'll go take a look. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if mine is unlocked or not. Woo, she caught me. Come on. Yeah. Dropping a like. Back to the bed. Flu sucks. All right, months behind. Man, I have had a day, let me tell you. Today has not been good. And yesterday is when it all started. I'll tell you guys about it a little bit later. But I just got home. Been out all morning. Ooh-wee. When people ask me, how was your day? Or how was your weekend? And I say uneventful, they laugh at me. But I know what I'm talking about. When things are eventful for me, it's usually not a good thing. All right. Quest for the Stones. Chapter 2. I'm assuming on Epic. Yep. Chapter 2 is still locked. I don't know if you need to, I don't know what you need to do, honestly. But yeah, it's still locked. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, still locked. I haven't been really paying attention to it because unless they do something, which they may have done, I don't know. But I will most likely be passing on this one anyway. Let's see. Let's grab you this time. But yeah, I was supposed to have my Alliance War video out yesterday. Yeah, that didn't happen. And I haven't had a chance to edit it at all. Not yesterday, and so far not today. Rough. Whew. Oh, man. Yeah, I am tired. Oh, boy. But how is everybody else doing? I know Months Behind is suffering from the flu, so he's not doing so well. But hopefully everybody else is doing all right. Man. I figure I'd wait a little bit, see if some more people join, and I'll tell you how my day and my sister's day yesterday went. And just to give you guys a teaser of what I'm talking about, my sister is in the hospital right now. She was admitted yesterday. And it looks like they're going to be keeping her today and probably tomorrow. Ah, you doing well, Kingpin? Cool. So it's your Saturday. Nice. Saturday in the middle of the week. That's gotta be nice. Let's see. Grab you and we'll grab you. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you. Time's up. Sorry I kept you. Black Smoke, what's up, what's up? Dornell, hey, hey. What's going on? Hold on. This Gladiator Hulk wants to hit me in the face. Oh, smash, huh? Thumbs up. Not good. Bring it. That ain't how Hulk fights. Quit backing up. Come on. That wasn't no Hulk. Yeah, I'm Gucci. Just got up and doing arena. Cool, cool. Yeah, months behind. It's rough. You just watching some Netflix, Black Smoke? Cool. But so I'll tell you guys a little bit. Keith, perfect timing, Keith. Keith, win it. I was just about to tell everybody not only how my day went, but how my sister's day went yesterday. And she had a message for you, Keith, so you know she's in decent spirits. Yeah. But yeah, my sister is in the hospital right now. She was admitted last night, and they kept her today, and they'll probably keep her till tomorrow. And her message to you was that when she found out that you were in another stream, she got so sick she had to go to the hospital. That was her message to you. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. So, yesterday, my sister had a doctor's appointment. It was a scheduled one, you know. And she went in and was talking to the doctor because for the past yeah, Keith. For the past month or so, she's been having some. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Ooh, that last fight with Killmonger is going to be a pain. she's been having some symptoms, including blurry vision. You guys may know a little bit about what that means when you start having blurry vision. And it started like a month ago. And she waited this long. But anyway. Exactly, Keith. But she's never been officially diagnosed. So in the past, my sister was given, you know, they checked her blood sugar, and it was a little bit high. Not very high, but a little bit high. And so they wanted to put her on metformin. If you guys are familiar with that. And so she went on it for a little bit. They checked again. Her A1C was down at like 5. You know, 5 point something. So everything was good. Now, she no longer had to be on that med. All right, so everything has been going, you know, pretty well. But about a month ago, my sister, she takes some medicine for seizures. You know, I think I told you all that she has epilepsy. She hasn't had a major seizure in well over a year. Meds were working just fine. Well, there's currently a shortage in the medication that she normally was taking. So her doctor took her off of the med that she has been using and put her on something else. So we were thinking maybe it had something to do with, you know, changing the medicine, you know, that sort of a thing. But here's something that no one knew, including my sister. One of the meds that she was taking for seizures also reduced her blood sugar. So even though it wasn't a medicine that was geared towards, you know, lowering your blood sugar like metformin, that's what it was doing. So she was thinking, oh, you know, she was doing pretty well with her diet. Every time they checked her A1C, it was nice and low where they want it. But nobody knew that it was that medication that was keeping it low like that. So when they took her off of it, her blood sugar spiked. But of course, nobody knew. And yesterday, when she went into the doctor, you know, they drew her blood and everything and sent it to the lab. And she was telling her doctor, you know, the symptoms and everything. And then she came on home. And then sometime later on in the evening, when the blood work came back, her blood sugar was very high. Oops. Oh, man. Okay. I wasn't paying attention is why that happened. But anyway, her blood sugar was very high. Her A1C was 13. If you guys know what A1C means. Regular levels for A1C, they need to be around 5. Okay? They want it under 7. So if you have one that's close to 7, they used to say that you were pre-diabetic, but I don't think they use that terminology anymore. Because either you have it or you don't is pretty much the way most are looking at it these days. So without that medicine that she was taking, there was nothing to restrain it, and so it just went crazy. And it's been that way for at least a month. You know, when you start getting blurry vision, that's a very big sign, which is why she was starting to get worried. And she was like, well, I already have this doctor's appointment scheduled. So instead of her going in any earlier. She just waited until her, regular doctor's appointment. And when that blood work came back, her doctor called her and said, "Get to the ER. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. And so, of course, I went with her. And I was there with her until pretty late. I had an appointment myself this morning. So I had to get home and go to sleep. But I waited until, they said that, yeah, they're going to have to hold her because we weren't sure if they were going to admit her to the hospital. But they checked her sugar, then they gave her some insulin, and they wanted to keep her overnight. And once we found that out, and they didn't even know when a bed was going to become available, I left. It was about almost 11 o'clock at night. And, of course, she has her iPad, and there's nice wall sockets, so we keep in touch. And apparently her IV came out in the night, so she wasn't getting the insulin, and she's been having a pretty rough time. Now I think they're not giving it to her. They're just injecting her a little bit to see how she responds. Yeah, see, that's a good one, Keith. Although I don't know if I want to make that joke to her, but that's a good one. So anyway, so that's what's been happening with her. That also explains why she's been more fatigued lately than normal. Because normally, she would sometimes be asleep, and that's why I tell you that she's not coming on the stream today because she's asleep and that sort of thing. But this made it even worse. Yeah, the nurses are supposed to check every couple of hours. Apparently they did not. But they are now, I think. But yeah. So they're going to keep her because her blood sugar went down. It still wasn't at normal levels, but it had gone down. But then when that happened, of course, it went back up. So they have to keep her a little bit longer now. Chances are she'll be there tonight, maybe tomorrow. And I don't know if I'll find a way over there because, of course, I'm not working and we don't have a car. My mom can go on public transportation for free. So she headed over there. But for me, need money to get anywhere. So unless they wanted to send me. But anyway, so that's what's been happening with my sister. And then today, as I said, I had an appointment this morning. Okay, so I went, I got up nice and early. And by the way, I hate this public transportation we have here in Georgia called MARTA. I hate it with a passion. But in any case, got up, got to my appointment, got out of my appointment. Oops. Took my finger right on off. Got out of my appointment early even. It was cool. And I was like, all right, I'll be able to, get back home, pretty quickly here, And so I sat there waiting for the bus. All right. And I'm used to waiting a little bit, but the buses are supposed to run like every 30 minutes or so for today, during the week here. So I see the bus go by on the other side, and I know that I'm near the end of the line. So when I see that bus over there, I know my bus is going to be coming, going back the other way, right? So I'm sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. 30 minutes pass. No bus. 40 minutes. No bus. Almost an hour. Actually, at about 40 minutes, another bus went by. And I'm like, what is going on? Something is up. So I'm waiting even more. And about an hour, about 20 minutes later, that bus that I saw comes by. And the bus driver was like, I'm sorry. I know you've been waiting a long time. I'm so sorry. The other bus got into an accident. I'm like, aha. That's what happened. All right. Now, I've been standing. All right, D43, thanks for stopping by, dropping that like. Oh, and Keith, yeah, we can exchange some line. I'm trying to remember if you have my line information. Hit me up on Discord if you're on Discord. I just don't want to put that out there public, but I can give you my line information. Months behind, you drive buses for public. Be gentle. Oh, months behind, I'm gonna tell you about the bus driver. She had me cracking up. All right. Yeah, the public transportation here in Florida is garbage too. Yeah, Kingpin. So she was like, I'm sorry. It took a while. The other bus got into an accident, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay. So the bus is packed, of course, because no bus has run for like an hour. All right. So now I've been standing up waiting at this bus stop for almost an hour. And I have about 30 minutes, if all goes nicely, before it will get to where I need it to go so I can transfer to another bus that's going to take me home. I have like another hour or so on the bus. However, that's only if nothing else happens, if people don't need to get on a lot. But keep in mind, no bus has been running for an hour, so every single stop had people pretty much. So it was going to be a long time. And, oh, thanks, months behind. Well, I don't know if I will be able to, but I will see what my mom says. 'Cause of course, that money doesn't get to me right away. I won't see that money that you sent for another couple of months. But I might be able to mention to my mom, and she might be able to do something. We'll see. We'll see how if we can work that out. But thank you very, very much. If I do go, I'll definitely mention it. And worst case, if I don't go, when I do get the $20, I'm going to use it on my sister. And me and my sister, when she comes home, we'll use the money that you sent to go out somewhere. Do something to cheer her up. All right. Hey, Tam. Yeah, I'm just telling the story. You'll have to go back and hear the story about what happened with my sister. And she's in the hospital right now. But anyway, so I'm on this bus. It's hot. It's packed. And I can't sit down. There's no seats, no space. So I move into this one little area where the chairs is near the front and the chairs are tied up. Not quite sure why, but they're tied up. So they have even less chairs than normal. So a bunch of people are standing up. And there's this young guy, a couple of young guys on there. And one of the young men, he apparently has some issues. And I'll tell you what some of his issues most likely were. Out of his own mouth, that is. But he decided to be the what do you call it? I'm not even sure how I would phrase this. But like there was a woman, rather large woman, who jumped on the bus. No, not jumped, but she got on the bus, and he was telling one of the guys that was sitting down, he was like, "Hey, bro, you need to move over so she could sit down." That's what he was doing. All right, so he took it upon himself to be that voice to tell folks what they should and shouldn't do. All right, so this guy, he took it well and just moved over to the side and she was able to sit down right there. Now, a little bit later on, yeah, chivalry police. Yeah, exactly. Now, a little bit later on, a woman in a wheelchair got on the bus. Now, understand, the bus is already packed. People are sitting in the front, and now because, she's in a wheelchair, the few seats that are up front have to be folded, and the people sitting there got to get up, okay? They don't have to get up on both sides, just whatever side she's going to be sitting on. And here we go, the social justice warrior, chivalry police, whatever you want to call it, is telling folks not only to get up, but to move out the way. I mean, he's just going off, right? And he said it to the wrong young man that was sitting up there. All right, so she got on and got into her spot and everything. And then they were moving to the back. And the guy that he was talking to, he was just like, "Yo, bro, you're doing too much, man. Don't talk to me like that. You're doing too much." And of course, he responded. So now, in the middle of all of this, we got a fight brewing. So the bus driver, who was also frustrated with all of this and had a little bit of road rage, now had to deal with this thing. I thought she was going to put him off the bus, personally. But she didn't. She told the one young man, the one that was supposed to be the chivalry police or whatever, she was like, "Come back up here. Come back up in the front." Because they were about to throw down in the back. And so he came up front, and that other guy followed him, and they had words. The bus driver had to get up out her seat and jump in the middle of them to break it up, to keep them from fighting. "Hey, Tim, what's up? What's up?" So, yeah, you're going to have to rewind it, Tim, if you want to hear about my sister and why she's in the hospital. But I've been telling everybody how my day went today. And I started with yesterday and my sister being in the hospital, being admitted to the hospital. She's there still now. But anyway, so that fight, he stayed up front. Bus driver, had the other guy go in the back. And, man, it was just amazing. And so we finally got back underway. And the bus driver, as I said, was having some road rage. And so she's telling them, she's like, "Everybody's upset. I'm upset. We all frustrated and we hot. And I got to stop." And she was like, "And you know what?" And she's like, "I'm taking a taxi. I'm taking a taxi because I ain't dealing with y'all. Once I get to the station here," because see, when she gets to the station, she's supposed to, come back. That's what they do. She drives to the station, everybody gets out, and then there's a little bit of a break, and then she has to drive, back the other way. She was like, nope, she ain't doing it. She was yelling at people, honking the horn at people. It was amazing. And all I wanted was to be in my house. That's it. I just wanted to be back home, leave all these crazy folk out there while I was back home. It was something else, let me tell you guys. Let's see. But that was pretty much my day, and I got back here just in time to stream. So, let's see. Something she is not supposed to do. Once you leave that seat, you are in the wrong. Yeah. Yeah, months behind. However, we have a rule here, and if she could have put them off the bus. Yeah, I saw your information. Let me grab it real quick here, Keith, and I'm gonna put it somewhere. Hopefully, I will be able to hit it up. I don't want to try to do that right now because my machine may lock up if I do it. So I'm writing it down right now. And I'll look you up online and add you. Silver. All right. I got it. But yeah, months behind. We have a rule that even if she gets up out of her seat, it doesn't matter. If they assault her or anything, they go into jail. So she chose to do something that a lot of others probably wouldn't have done. A lot of others would have just put one of them off the bus. But she had a little bit of a heart. She didn't want to put anybody off, considering, the weight that they're most likely to have to deal with, seeing as the bus was already running late and all that. So she diffused the situation, which, again, it's not necessarily her job, and she didn't have to do that. But, yeah. That was my exciting morning. I got home about 12:45, and I left my house at about 8 in the morning. So it was a very interesting day. But yeah, Tim, like I said, you can check real quick. But the bottom line is her blood sugar spiked up very, very high. She's now officially been diagnosed with diabetes. She was never officially diagnosed with it before, so this is the first time. She had been taking a medication that was not for blood sugar, but it actually had the effect of reducing her blood sugar. And because of a shortage here in Georgia, she was taken off of it, and no one thought anything because she's never been diagnosed with diabetes. But that medicine was actually keeping it under control. So when they took her off the medicine, not knowing, it spiked up real high. She went into the doctor today because she was having blurry vision for about a month. And she had a doctor's appointment scheduled for today. And she waited, and I talked to her about that, but she waited until she just had a regular doctor appointment. And when the test came back and they saw her blood sugar and her A1C, they told her, get to the ER. And so we both went to the ER last night, and yeah, they kept her. She's there still. They're giving her insulin and monitoring and trying to get the levels down. And they'll probably keep her until tomorrow as well. But that's the synopsis, the bottom line of what's been going on. So the next time someone asks me, how is your day or how is your weekend? And I say uneventful, now you understand why I say uneventful, because when things are eventful in our lives, it's usually not a good thing. Yes, please, all prayers are welcome. If you don't pray, well wishes, whatever, positive vibes, it's all good. At least this is something that can be fixed. Now, I myself, about a year and a half ago, maybe 2, was diagnosed with diabetes. My A1C wasn't that high. It was about 8. And no medication was needed. And I told them, I said, let me just make a few changes, because I knew that I had been doing some things, eating really badly, that made it go a little bit higher than it should have, because I've always had it, that's the thing. But it's always been under 7, but it's always been high. So with some food changes, smaller portion sizes, avoiding white foods like white rice, you want to eat brown rice instead, that enriched spaghetti, none of that. Got to do whole grain spaghetti. So I made those changes. I don't drink soda anymore except on very rare special occasions. I just drink water. That's it. In the morning, sometimes I'll have like some orange juice, but it's mainly water. So I made a lot of changes. Exercise as well. And I got my A1C down without any medication or anything under 7. So it's all good. Why I gotta be white? Hey, that's just what it is. That stuff is processed. There are a lot of people that have diabetes and just don't realize it. A lot of people. And it's completely diet and lifestyle. And there is some diabetes that's not, but 90% of the time, I would say, it's lifestyle and diet related. Type 2, that is. Type 1 you're born with. That's something different. But for those who develop type 2 like me, it's diet. And it's easily fixed and reversed. But of course, people don't often want to do it. Or they go undiagnosed for years until it's so bad that they've already caused damage to themselves. And see, once you've gone so far and you've caused a whole lot of damage, then just changing your diet is not, gonna reverse it or anything like that. Yeah, Momo, I appreciate it, man. See, Mohit says, hi, bro. I just saw your ghost video. It's nice. By the way, congrats on that 565 ghost. Thanks you, Mohit. Yeah, I was proud of that fight, but there's still some improvements that I can make in my ghost gameplay. Like using heavies to build up those cruelties so I could do more damage. The way that you saw me fighting, I fought. It was safe. You saw I didn't get hit. And, I ended the fight with some pretty good health. But I could get more damage. So that will be the next level. Trying to weave in the heavies, which you don't always have to do. For most fights, it's not necessary. What I was doing there with Red Hulk was more than enough to handle most encounters. But to get more damage, like you want to see those 50k crits, on all her special hits. So like, 150k damage on one special too. That's when you need to that's when you need to fire off those heavies and build up those cruelties. Who drinks water? Momo says, I stopped drinking soda and I feel much better. Oh yeah. See, she eats and drinks like I used to. Although her diet has always been worse than mine. I'll just say that. But all that soda, see, she was thinking that she was okay because every time they checked her A1C, it was nice and low. But no one knew. She didn't know that it was the medication that's not even for that. It just happens to be that is one of the effects that it has. But it's not for that at all. So nobody knew. See, I removed all sugar from my coffee and I feel so much better. Oh, cool. Do you guys drink water? Yeah, that's pretty much all I drink now, Timothy. Type 1 can come at any age. El Nino, see, he was saying that, and what we understood as type 1 is not what the doctor was describing. So that's in keeping with what he was saying, and that's why they wanted to keep her. They wanted to see whether she had type 1 or type 2. And we were like, it's got to be type 2, right? Because, you know, she would have had to been born with it, but not necessarily. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Anthony, what's up? What's up? But yeah, with diabetes, guys, it's not just your sugar, or I should say, it's not just the things that you think of as sugar. The reason I mentioned a lot of the white foods like white rice and white spaghetti and all of that is because those things are converted into sugar. So you might not be eating candy or sweetened drinks or anything like that, but if you're eating a lot of that stuff, it gets converted into sugar and it can still cause a problem. That's like the first thing that a lot of people say if they're told that they have diabetes. They go, but wait a minute, I don't eat that much candy, or, you know, they think of all the different sweets, but there's more to it than that. And they usually find that out once they go to like a diabetic counselor and they tell them the biggest thing is the portion sizes. That is huge. You know, losing weight and all of that. So what I ended up doing when I found out that I was at, like, my A1C was like 8. We had this is when we had a car. Yeah, El Nino. And see, we always associated that with being born with it, because people that are born that way are usually with the type 1. But you're right. She could have gotten to the point where it's not doing it, because it was at one time and it's not now. So, yeah. So that's absolutely right. But yeah, it's portion control that is a big one. So what I did, I changed my portion sizes, first of all, and you'll be surprised at how little you need as far as food compared to what I was eating. Very little. When you read stuff on the box, it actually tells you, like, okay, say you eat some potato chips, which, you know, we already know is bad, right? Look on the potato chip bag and see what makes up a serving. One single serving size of potato chips. Same thing with French fries. I promise you, if you went to McDonald's and you got a large fry, it's more than a serving. All right, so we tend to eat way too much as a people in general anyway. So the first thing I did was I adjusted my portion sizes. Then, and I said this is when we had a car, my sister got us a membership at the local gym, and we were hitting it every day. Within a month, I had lost 25 pounds. So my diet plus the exercise, and I lost, just in about a month and a half or so, month and a half too, I lost almost 30 pounds. It was around 25 or so, if I remember right. And the next time I went to the doctor, my A1C went down from 8 to, I think it was a little bit lower than 5, which is the lowest it has ever been that I can remember since I started looking at my A1C. And so the doctor was like, awesome, you know. So this is what my sister's going to end up having to do. Not only did I change my portion sizes, but of course, no more sodas, no more fast food, except for rare occasions. You know, you can have your cheat days. But I changed out. I don't eat white spaghetti. I eat whole grain spaghetti. I don't eat white bread. I eat whole grain, because not all the wheat bread is actually the wheat. They call things wheat that's not wheat. I'll just say that. So I don't eat that. Rice. I eat more rice, and I eat brown rice, whole grain, and that has made a difference. Now, lately, especially over the winter time and all that, and we don't have the membership anymore, and we don't have a car, so I stopped hitting the gym every day, and I'm not walking like I do. I'm walking every once in a while. So, and my portion size has crept up a little bit. So, of course, it went up, and the last time I checked, it was like 7.1. So I need to, keep that from going up any further, because we want it under 7. So maybe me and my sister are both gonna end up doing a little bit more exercising together, and working on the diet together, because I know, it's easier when you have someone else doing it as well. And also when you have somebody else that's right here that can kind of watch you. And I told her already, I said, I'm telling you, if I see a donut or a soda in your mouth, I'm slapping it. So I'm going to slap the taste right out your mouth. But, all right, portion control has always been my biggest problem. It's a lot of people's problem, Kingpin. Absolutely. Your sister will start giving herself insulin before every meal now. Yep. Now, they've told her that she's going to have to do that for a couple of weeks. And then they're going to see whether she can be switched over to oral, an oral medicine. But it's all conditioned on whether she can make the changes, and they're going to have to be pretty drastic changes for her to make those changes that she needs to make. But anyway, so that's what's been going on here. And like I said, it's a real epidemic, as they call it. Most of the people in my family, in fact, have it, and we have it from both sides. My dad most likely had it, but he didn't have it diagnosed. But I don't know if I told you guys, but my father died when he was 43. His diet was atrocious, and I say atrocious. He had high blood pressure, hypertension. He refused to take any of his medication for hypertension. And he ate everything he could. When it came to meat, he didn't just have meat like, some chicken or some turkey or something like that. No. My father was in the Vietnam War. And he acquired a taste for a lot of exotic meats and things like that. And so when he came back to the States, he sought out, because he had now had an acquired taste, he sought out places that catered to that sort of thing. So he ate all sorts of meat that he couldn't get at home because nobody was about to make any of that stuff at home. And when I say all kind of meats, I'm talking crazy meat that you wouldn't even imagine folks would be eating. All right, but they do. And there are places that cater to that. So yeah, he ate a lot. He was very overweight. And if all of that wasn't enough, he smoked. And we didn't know he smoked. He was lying to everybody saying that he didn't smoke. But he did. And it was only after he had that final stroke, and the doctor was saying, was mentioning something about smoking. And my mom, who believed him and believed that he didn't smoke, said, "Oh no, he didn't smoke." And the nurse or the doctor, whoever it was that was talking to my mom, looked at her. My mom told me this, looked at her with pity and said, "Well, that's interesting, because what I'm seeing here is from someone who smokes, that has uncontrolled hypertension and all of that. This is what happens." And so later, my mom went around to his job asking, and they admitted that, yes, he did smoke. So we didn't even know. So yeah, 43, very young. So you can imagine me. I was so worried all the way up until I was 43 because I was convinced. It was just a mental thing, you know. But I was convinced that I was going to die at 43. Just convinced. Well, I'm happy to say that I'm still here. And I am proud to say I am 47. So I outlived my dad's age. My mom is still alive. And obviously she's up there. She ended up getting remarried and everything. Now my sister is not yet 43. She's not even 40 yet. And so we're worried because she seemed to take after my dad a lot, not just in you know, the health issues that run in the family, but also mindset and attitude. Aeon Kong, what's up? What's up? If you just got here, Aeon Kong, you'll have to rewind in the stream to hear what's been going on with me in my life. But the biggest thing is that my sister was diagnosed with diabetes yesterday. She's in the hospital right now while they're giving her insulin and watching to see how her body responds, and hoping that they can get it under control. And we've got some changes to make because we ain't trying to lose my sister anytime soon. I told her, I said, oh no. I said, you ain't going first. I said, you came here after me, and that's exactly how it's supposed to go. You came after, and you're supposed to go after too. Let me come back after watching Prof's 7-minute video. Oh man, yeah, take care, man. Watch. Oh man. Anyway. So that's the drama in Lord Shadow and Stiletto Green's life right now. Oh boy. So you could imagine after all of that was happening last night, and I already told you guys what happened on the bus and everything with me. So you know I'm exhausted, right? All I wanted to do when I came home is take a nice hot shower, curl up in my bed, and go to sleep. But instead, I'm here streaming for you guys. But I can promise you, after this stream, that is exactly what I'm going to do. But I do got to eat first. Because I have not eaten since breakfast. All right. Tim says, did you see the Auntie M AI site? No, I haven't. What is it? I've heard someone talking about a site, but I have not. I haven't seen it yet. Ah, Keith, you got that first vision offer? Those vision offer, that is so good. Put it this way, Keith, and I saw BG said the same thing, and I said it before he did, so he copying me. But anyway, I know he didn't even look at mine. But what I said was, if I had the units, I would have gotten that. Even though I have a vision and he's awakened, I would still have gotten those two offers if I had the units. I would still have gotten both of them. That second one for 3,000, not only do you get the 20 sig levels on the vision, but I would also have, what do you call it? Those rank up gems, tech rank up gems. It is such good value. I would definitely have spent 6,000 units on that if I had it, but I don't. And who knows, the next time it comes around. Oh, and I forget who was asking. They were asking me about my vision. My OG vision is level 100 Sig, and his power is 26%, I think, at 100. He needs to be at like 150, 160 to get like the 30%. 30% is 1 bar of power. And so that's when vision becomes a beast, because right off the bat, he's going to have 1 bar of power and he can have his power control immediately. But I would have gotten that offer for sure. And I was tempted to open up my battle chips. Very tempted. But I was like, nah. There might be another offer that I want come later on. Hold on, I'll read in a minute. So I got all the milestones in all the arenas, except for, of course, the 2-star arena. I never go for all the milestones, just 30K. But now I'm in the 3-star arena. That's the only one I have left. Let's see. I have a tech gem, so I got the first one. Yeah. But that second one is a beast offer, not just for that vision, but the other stuff, the rank up gems and the boosts. It has quite a bit of good value in there for that price. I regret not getting that offer. Yeah, months behind. It's a good offer. Momo says, I want that offer, but I don't have the units. Yeah. It's a little bit sad now that I used a 2 to 3 gem on Red Skull. Hey, it is what it is. Everything changes, you know? My friend saw that deal as perfection for him. He had vision at Sig 160. Boom. Bought both Sig 200. Wow. I don't know if getting OG Vision to Sig 200, I don't know how worth it that is. Once you have the 30%, that seems to be the goal. Anything after that is like nice, but I don't know if I would have gotten the offer. If I had my vision already at 160, knowing that I'm not about to pull OG Vision anywhere, I don't think I would have gotten the offer to pump him up. But since I only have him at 100, and Ghost is going to get all of my tech gems, Sig Stones, for the foreseeable future, I don't know. Don't know if I would have done it. See, nothing wrong with the second offer, except I had nowhere near the units for it. Yeah. Oh. Chat done went crazy. Let's see. My friend, okay, I saw that one. I think he's just what I need to run suicides in map 5 full-time. So there's a on my path, there is a Doctor Strange, and one of the nodes he has, it's a bleed node, and then there's a shatter node. Shatter does damage to you anytime you have a buff that is nullified. You know what Doctor Strange does to your buffs, right? So when I go in there with my Corvus, I always take damage. Because he immediately, you know, I have my missions, so I have those buffs up, and he immediately nullifies those. Boom, I take damage. Then I have to race because he has an unblockable special 2 on that node. Well, guess what? Vision is perfect for that fight. And I don't really need him for any other fight. So I go in with my OG Vision. He's never getting to his special 2. And I don't use any buffs. really. So I'm not taking really any damage. I'm running suicides. So even if I'm using up my specials, even on day 5 of map 7, since I only need him for that one fight, I'm good. So I definitely use up my vision, and he would definitely go to rank 5 if I already had everybody else that I wanted up there to rank 5. But I can't do that. But he's definitely useful to me. I am Pepe. What's up? To be safe, how much do I put in for 3-star Ronin? Oh, to be safe, 1.5 million. That's how much I would say to be safe. El Nino says, where do you open your battle chips to get the most units? I always use the uncollected. It doesn't actually matter. The amount of units that you get, regardless of which one, uncollected or regular, you get the same on average. The difference in the uncollected and why I open those up all the time is because of 2 things. One, you get a chance at a 5-star Punisher. And 2, you have a much increased chance to pull a 4-star Punisher. And if you already have him like I do, that's going to be ISO, which you can sell so you can get more gold if you want to. So that's the reason to go uncollected, not because it has more units, but because you have a chance for the 5-star Punisher, and you have increased chance for the 4-star, which will give you more ISO that you can sell to get more gold if you need gold. See, Yep, I read that one. Okay, yep, I see Tim was saying the same thing. 1.5 to be super safe. I would have got it for the SIGs. Mine is only 72. Skint though, since I got the Act 6 offer. Yeah, I got the Act 6 offer as well, Tam. And I actually had almost 4.5k units. And I would have opened up my battle chips, and I would have been able to get this offer as well. But I spent my units. Video coming soon. You'll see what I did. But if I had not done all that, I might have gone for this offer. I was still tempted because I could have easily gotten the first offer. But I decided to keep my units because I am going to start exploring Act 6.1. I put that on hold while I explored variants. And then I put it on hold again while I explored all of the monthly content. Well, I've got Heroic, Master, and Uncollected 100% fully explored. And I'm going through Basic and Normal, just getting the initial completions on them. I think I completed Normal, and I'm on to Heroic. Just to get those points in the Marvel Insider, pretty much. And then I'm going to go back and start doing Act 6.1 exploration. And I already have 6.1.5 fully explored. I'll do 6.1.6 next. Then work my way backwards. Skipping 3 because 3 is very easy. I'll do 3 at the end, very last. So I'll do 4, then 2, then 1, then go back to 3. Fully explore that, and then done. But I want to, I definitely want to save my units in case I need them. But so far, okay. All right, we're about to take him down. I don't care what he does. I've never had to use units for any permanent content except for variant difficulties. First variant, I used 4,000 units. Second variant, I used 1,000 units. And Labyrinth of Legends. Gold, who needs gold? Yep, that's all right, Tam. Rubbish. Okay, confirm this month's event quest really was more unreasonable than intended. Yeah, I saw the notification. All right, I saw a thing going around saying SIG 120 gets 30% power. Is it 120? Because I have 26 right now at 100. I was told 150, 160 is where you want him. And anything more, of course, is nice. Dagri, what's up? What's up? Let's see. If you're cashing in small amounts of battle chips, then open regular crystals. All right, gold, who needs gold? Not me. Videos on exploring, please. Hard to find exploration videos without watching massive streams. Well, there's a reason for that, Tam. It's not really all that exciting. And not only that, but when I have to make those videos... Oh, I'm going to hate you, Aeon Kong. I know I will. But we'll see. I'm gonna make a guest opening video. And I know I'm going to hate you. But anyway, the reason I don't make those videos, Tam, is because they're very time consuming. Because I like to narrate over them and everything. So unless I was doing a stream of them, it's a lot of extra work. They don't get a lot of views. So it's a lot of extra effort for not that much of a return, you know? And usually when I'm doing it, I just want to get it done. You know, I'm in a rush and I'm just going through. If I have to brute force something, I'll brute force it. The only time that I make a video during exploration is if something happened during my initial run that I didn't get the footage. And that happened during the variant 1. Let's see, speaking of variant 2, finished that yesterday and got murdered with the rewards. If asked prior to opening what would be the worst case scenario, boom, it happened. Ouch. What did you get, Tim? All 3 chapters gave me skill 3 to 4. Ow. See, I'm not going to rant. I'm not going to rant. But any random number generator that does that and does that often, because you're not the first person that I've heard that from, Tim. It's happened many times to many people. I know their RNG is crap. Not that they rigged it, but their implementation is obviously crap. There should not be a case where you get that happen often. It's possible. You know, you've got, 6 classes? Is it 6 classes? And so you have a 1 in 6 chance. So yes, it is possible that you get all 3 of the same. But it shouldn't be probable enough that it happens way too often to way too many people. That's my only thing. I would say if I was in charge of the random number generator code, I would, first of all, I would know just exactly how often that happened. That's very easy. You know, you don't have to guess at that type of thing. And I would look into adjusting if it happened too much. See, sad thing is I have a rank up gem for Tech 4 to 5, which I could have used on him, holding it for Ghost. Yeah, I would hold it for Ghost too. You heard 130 is what you need? That sounds like it could be, because if I'm at 100, I guess it depends on how well he scales. But if I'm at 100 and I have 26%, then I could see another 30 levels if he scales well being 30%. So I would have gladly took a mutant. My Sig 140 Storm would have been great. I feel you. 120. Okay. I had to recheck. Sounded wrong when I typed it. Yeah, gotcha. Fair enough. But yeah, Tam, I'm sorry. That's why you don't see a lot of those kinds of videos. I do the initial clear one because that's very useful to people who are trying to get that initial clear. So I go through and I try to talk about, or at least show them the easiest paths. That's what I do for my initial clear. Now, for the harder ones, yeah, that would also be helpful to see who I ended up using for some of the harder paths and that sort of thing. But at the most, what I would do rather than do an explanation video like that would be to make a summary video and just talk about each one of those things. But I'd have to really take notes while I was doing it, which like I said, I'm usually just trying to get it done. But I would have to take notes. I'd have to write down the team that I used for each path, because sometimes it changes. I'd have to record who I use for different fights, and then in the end make this big summary video of who I use for each one. That would be a lot of work. A lot of work. Maybe if I was doing this kind of thing full time, like Seaton, I might do something like that, but yeah. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. I was wondering if he was going to throw it before he got his synthesis. Okay, let's see. Yeah, skill isn't bad. DJ Digby, what is up? You've been expecting what? Yes, it's a 6-star class. Oh yeah. I had a brain fart for a minute. My brain was rushing ahead of me, which happens a lot. So I was already on to thinking of the next topic while I was talking. I'm sure I'm not the only one that happens to. But yeah, not like I haven't been playing this game for years. All right, let's see. Imagine getting 3 mutant. Well, both of my rank up gems were 4 to 5 mutant. I used 1 on Havoc, and now I'm just waiting to pull a worthy mutant like Omega Red or Domino. So it happens to too many people too often. Yeah, see, Tim, all of that just lets me know their implementation it just needs some tweaking, I would say. But I don't know their code. I don't know anything about how they've seeded their random number generator, nor which one they're using. They better not be using the built-in one, because most of the built-in random number generators for most libraries, if they're using C or C++, suck. Ooh, getting a little frame lag. Okay, so he doesn't want to throw it, but guess what? You dealing with voodoo. 1, 2, and that's enough for your power. Oh, too late. You did. Okay, let's see. Yeah, RNG, it's BS. I saw your vid with back-to-back pulls of Captain Marvel. Yep. Like, how does that happen? Like you said, possible but not probable. Exactly. And it happens just too often to too many people. But like I was trying to explain to someone who commented on my channel, I wasn't complaining when I was talking about their RNG. I'm a programmer. I analyze things by not just because I was a programmer, but I went into that because I have that kind of mindset. I'm an analytical person. And so when I see patterns like that, I want to analyze them. So I wasn't complaining. I wasn't accusing them of rigging the crystals or anything crazy like that. I was only saying that if this is happening a lot, then maybe their implementation needs to be looked at. Because there's no such thing as true random when it comes to programmatic, okay? It's going to be pseudo-random. Now, the best randoms that I've heard is when they try to use, you know, some of the noise in space or something like that as a seed value. That does pretty well, but keep in mind, for any of you who are not tech, I'm sorry, but if you've ever programmed an RNG, then you know what I'm talking about. It's all about that seed value. Give you an example. If you guys can get a hold to a C program, a C compiler, use the built-in C program, use the built-in SRAN function, which is the random number generator built into the C library, and the seed value, just put the number 1. What's going to happen is you're going to get a random set of numbers. But every single time you run that program, you're going to get the same set of random numbers. Because that is how that works. Now, a good random number generator, you're not going to see the same number repeated very often. But it's all about that seed value. You don't want to seed it with a constant value. You want to do something. So like say you use time. Well, if you use time, then you're going to get the same set of numbers twice a day. That's just how that kind of thing works. So I don't know how they've set up their random number generator, but I can see the outcome. And so I can make some guesses that at least they need to look at their seed value. What are they doing? What's the formula they're using? They may use a formula that incorporates the person's account number. Maybe they're using something where the person who, I don't know, depending on what time of the day, you know, we don't know what their formula is. But it is random, not rigged, but the formula may be causing these things and needs to be looked at. That's all. You know, the formula may use a variable that it shouldn't. Maybe that variable is filled with values that they weren't anticipating, you know? But that's it. Just something that they need to look into. That's all. Now, let's see. I've had Science, Tech, Mutant, and Mystic for 2015 so far. Yeah. And a lot of people get different ones. But then some people, if you guys remember Joel Line, I think he kept pulling Ant-Man over and over again. Something was clearly wrong. Something was obviously wrong with their random number generator. You know, but, you know, it is what it is. So maybe Mags will get buffed and Colossus will be an option soon. I've already used my, because I also, not only did I get the rank 4 to 5, but the 3 to 4 was also mutant. So hear me now, guys. I got 2 mutant 3 to 4 and 2 mutant 4 to 5. So I used 1 on Magneto, 1 on Storm. So I kept getting mutant. Now, that may be because of something they've done. You know, like I just said, it's a repeat pattern. So maybe whatever they did got reset so that the same random number was generated and I got mutant. You got 6 classes, so you have to have a random number out of 6. That's not a large pool. So it is very possible to get the same thing over and over again, but with a good random number generator, that should be a rare occurrence. That's all. And I don't see it being a rare occurrence. I see it being more common than I would be comfortable with if it was my random number generator implementation. But I don't have their data. It could be that it's actually only happening to a small number, and that's why they don't bother with it. It's just that the ones that it does happen to are vocal about it. You know, so it is what it is. Says, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'm hoping Colossus gets it. Okay, hold up. Chat done got away from me again. See, yep. Apple had to change those shuffle because true RNG doesn't seem like RNG apparently. Yeah. They had to go back and make it not so random to make it appear random. Really quirky way numbers and our minds work. Yeah, because it's not really random. It's pseudo-random. Yeah, Tim, still need to pull a magic and use the science on Hulk and tech. Okay. So yeah, magic or Scarlet Witch if she gets added. I have an awakening mystic. We'll see. Oh, you were expecting me, DJ Digsby. Gotcha. C. Gully, what's up? I don't remember seeing you. Welcome to the stream. Science Awakening Gem. Should I use it on Infinity Cap? That depends. Do you have a lot of Sig Stones to put into him? My answer is this. If you can awaken him and max out his Sig, yes. If not, then I would wait and see whether you pull a Void. If you don't have Void already, if you have Void awakened, then I would still wait and build up your Sig Stones and see. Okay, so you do have an awakened Void. All right. I would still wait because you could get him awakened naturally. So wait, build up your Sig Stones. Once you get to where you can max his Sig out, then maybe wait another few weeks to see if you pull him naturally and then pull the trigger. If you watched my video, that's pretty much what I did. I was waiting to get Void. I don't have Void still. And after a bit, I just said, you know what? I'm not going to wait anymore. And I pulled the trigger, used my Science Awakening Gem, maxed out his Sig 200, took him to rank 5. So I did all of that at once. So that's kind of what I would recommend. Yep, Tim, I see me and Tim are on the same wavelength here. Yeah, it looks like everybody's saying the same thing I was saying. I'm just far behind. But yeah, you definitely want to have him at high Sig. Otherwise, I would not do it. KT1, what's up? What's up? Reality Stone Quest finally open? Yeah, I'm still not excited. KT1 says the entire quest stinks. Yes, it does. Yeah, so anybody that doesn't know, KT1 has his own channel. Click those buttons to the next to his name, and give him a sub. He does some crazy good content. He's got some good gameplay. He does some crazy things with 3 stars and 4 stars in some hard content. He'll also show you how to save resources by using some cheese methods, some unorthodox ways of beating some hard content. So definitely check him out. Let's see. Money, 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 money. Yeah, Tam. Although, let me see, for Korg 2, for Korg in variant 2, which one was that, Keith? I don't remember the 1.2. Was that one that was poison? Because one of them I used, I think I brute forced one with Corvus, and another one I used Havoc on, if I remember correctly. Let's see, I didn't think you, okay. Pretty sure I domino heavied him. Yep, that's also a good one. But I have to remember the node. Spite and buffet. Yeah, I think I brute forced it. Either with Havoc or Corvus. Hey, PMP, what's up? What's up? See, I'd still use a gem on Beardo, even if you can only put 150 into him. Well, 150 is decent. Although I'm still not a fan. I don't like the uncertainty of his Sig when he's not maxed out. That's why I refused to use Ghost Rider when I didn't have Blade. As good as Ghost Rider is, I would not play with him. Refuse to. But that's preference. It's not that they're not good. It's just preference. Not poison, okay. All right. Let's get a few of these down here. All right. Yeah, you definitely, Quake is definitely good. And I hate Quake style. I really do. But she's a beast. A beast. If you get Quake style down, she is crazy good for a lot of content. But I don't know. Not a fan of her style at all. But I do okay at it. Yeah, Quake, Dorky Diggity Dave took his Quake up to rank 5. Not mad at him. If you don't like her style, then it doesn't matter. But if you like her style or you're just indifferent and you want to learn it, she's actually rank 5 worthy. Only reason that I wouldn't do it is because I just don't like her style. I'm more of a aggressive fighter in my style, so yeah. The same can be said about Ghost, Keith, as well. Did you guys see my Ghost video? I think it came out today. That was my first attempt since I've been practicing with Ghost. That was my first attempt at Red Hulk. See, my Quake will sit at rank 4 forever. Too many science champs that deserve rank 5 over her. Don't tell Dave I said that. My Quake is still rank 3. For the same reason. I took Red Hulk up, and I will take my Gladiator Hulk up before I take Quake up to rank 4. See, I like Ghost, and I'm decent with her. Quake is a whole nother story. Oh, yeah. Keith is sending a screenshot. That's just when you say, dope. Tam says, I will watch it. If I ever get Ghost, I get too jealous otherwise. Fair enough. But in that video, I've practiced. I'm much better at Ghost now. I'm much more confident fighting with her. And the one thing that I would improve, and one of the guys in my alliance also said the same thing, is to weave in or work in some heavies to build up her cruelty. Because that's how you get those 50k crits on her special 2 and do like 150k damage on one special 2. So that's what I need to practice now, because I went back in there and I tried to, fire off some heavies and build up my cruelty, and it didn't go so well. I kept getting hit. But I didn't feel too bad because I looked at Panda Man Pete's video, and he got hit doing that as well. But he finished that same fight 2 minutes earlier than I did, and almost half the hits, because he wasn't even running suicides. It was all about the heavies and building up those cruelty stacks. So that's the next thing that I need to work on. But fortunately, that's not needed in most of the content that I'd be using her for. But it will help if I have to do a lot of the boss fights. Come on. There we go. Let's see. My duped Quake is 345. She ain't going anywhere. Same. Unless something happens. Same thing. El Nino says, you're just a beast, Lord Shadow. Yeah, no, I'm not. Not even close. But I can get stuff done. That's about my only thing that I can say about myself, is I can complete the content without using too many resources. And I'm good with that. Lots of other people that are better fighters than I am. Of course, there's lots that are worse than I am too. But, oh yeah. As long as I can get stuff done, I'm good. I brought Quake up to rank 4 for those pain in the behind fights that she's perfect for. Yep, fair enough. I guess now, and your roster is better than mine. Yep, I had to mention it. I always have solutions. So pretty much the fights that she's great for, I always have another solution for it as well. Hope there is a 2016 gem for the next variant. Yeah, I was surprised that this one was 2015, but then later I thought about it and it made sense, because both the events that the variant difficulty was about happened in 2015, so it kind of makes sense. So the next variant difficulty, if it occurred in 2016, then yeah, we'll probably get 2016 gems. Yeah, watch me pull Ghost after I take my vision to 455. I'll bet you. See, they can't. A couple of classes have less than 3 champs that came out that year and every year after. Yeah, that might not stop them. They don't seem to think quite right. PMP, hold on. Let me finish off this Thor Jane Foster. So here's another guy that I wouldn't mind getting as a 5-star. Nightcrawler? Wouldn't mind. Anyway, Shadow, would you rank 2 a 6-star Ghost unduped? Have the synergies, decent at playing her, but I'm building up T5B for a while. She would be a candidate for rank 2 as a 6-star, but no, I would not. I would not take any 6-star to rank 2 personally. Takes too many resources. I would rather have more rank 5 5-stars. But Ghost is definitely one of them that is rank 2 worthy as a 6-star. Corvus being another one. Definitely worthy. But You just don't get T5 basics in and T2 alphas fast enough right now for me to even consider doing that. Okay. Yeah, what Keith's saying, she doesn't need to be awakened. The only reason that I use my tech awakening gem on Ghost is because of prestige. She'll overtake my Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, who has very crappy prestige. She'll knock him out of my top 5, and so it'll improve my prestige. But it's going to take a while. Quit shoving Tim's big roster in our face. Hey, it's just dangling there, man. It's just dangling. Gotta mention it. Tim is big ballin'. Giggity. Oh, man. They could at least make the 2015 rank up gems generic. Or 2016. I know, right? 2016 generic would be awesome. Or make it a choice of 2 at least. Yeah. Ooh. KT1. Calling Tim out. Doesn't have a big one. No comment. I don't know. I have not seen his roster. That is huge. Naughty, naughty. But for you guys that don't know or didn't hear, I will be going for Proxima Midnight as a 5-star in the next arena. Hopefully I can get her for a low score. If I get her the first round, I might even go for the second round. If I don't get her the first round, I might get her go for the second round. But she'll be a new champion. I don't have her. And she'll go very nicely with my 565 Corvus and do me proud, I hope, in Act 6. That's the main reason. Her synergy with Corvus and the fact that I don't have her and she's an older champion. And I think not a lot of people are going to really want her or they already have her. That's the hope anyway. Yeah, she's okay, Keith, but she is the long fight version of Corvus. So Corvus, he excels at the short fights. You build up his missions if you can, and he finishes fights quickly. Well, Proxima excels at the long fights. You build up her missions during the fight, and then she is insane with that special 3 especially. So I'm not a fan, mainly because I don't like long fights. So she is actually good at the very thing that I hate. But that's not why I want to get her anyway. What do I think she'll go for in the arena? I'm hoping she'll go for mid-30s. 30 to 35 million is what I'm hoping for. I of course am going to go as high as I can. I don't see any reason not to, because I don't go for cutoffs, as I've said many, many times. So even if she went for 30 million, I don't care. She go for 35 million, I don't care. I'm going to put up as much as I can. When I go for a champion, I go all out. We. Okay, Keith. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Proxima myself. But who knows? Nah, I probably will still not be a fan of her. I've seen videos. I just don't like, just like with Quake, she can be good in the right scenarios, but the scenarios that she's good in, I have other solutions and ones that I would prefer. Yeah, KT's is even bigger. Who knows? Manny, what's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome, Manny. Oh, boy. Well, for you guys that joined a little bit later, you'll have to go back in the stream to find out what's been going on with me and my sister, to find out why my sister is currently in the hospital. So just watch the stream back earlier on. And I am probably about to end the stream. Almost 2 hours here. And the 3-star arena is pretty boring. So to all my mods, who's streaming right now? Let me look and see if I see anyone. All right, so according to my thing here, it says Rich the Man is streaming. She might be, Keith. She might be. She had that message for you. Rich and KT. Let's see. Who did we raid last time? I think we raided Rich the Man last time. So go ahead and post up KT's a link to KT's stream. Manny says I've scored 1.8 million in the 4-star basic arena. Will I get guillotine? I don't know. That's close. That's close. If I were you and you have time, I would put up more. I would go 2.5 just to be safe. But yeah, so I'm stopping at win streak 20 just to pace myself and to go get something to eat. I just need to do this one more time and I'm good. But Tim has posted a link to KT1, his stream. Hashtag out of the shadows. Post that. I will be going over there and hanging out for a little bit. Last round she went for 1.6. Then you might be fine. I just don't like being near cutoffs, Manny. So anytime someone asks me, I will always tell them to go overkill. That's just me. So, for example, she went 1.6. So I'd go 2.6 next round. That's me. And that's why I have not ever missed out on a champion. If I miss out on Proxima, it'll be because something happened that I wasn't able to grind, or she went higher than I could put up, because I'm going to go as hard as I can. So if she goes for more than I can possibly put up without refreshing, then I won't get her. because I'm not going to refresh. But all right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. And you all have a blessed day. And thank you all for the well wishes and the good thoughts, prayers, whatever you want to send my way. Thanks for that super chat. $20 super chat. It definitely helps out, and it will be used later on if you are still here months behind. Thank you for that super chat. Take care, and you all have a blessed day.